Hello, I'm Jerry Rigged, and this is the Duskers Daily Challenge for October 7th, 2016. Looking at yesterday's leaderboard, I am position 11 out of quite a few. 4 people, looks like 4 people just straight out bailed. Baron, Dargard, Dave, and Carnifex, and honestly, I don't blame them. I would have done a little bit better if I hadn't lost a drone, which I never want to lose a drone, so I guess that would have been a lot better. Marvin did pretty well at 610. PSTL took it to the top at 675. And a couple other people that I don't know. Good jobs. Looking at today's, we have a few people that have 500 plus, so probably nobody bailing out this time. Did have one person get a 0. Again, that's not always conclusive. There are other ways that are things that can happen to get a 0, but that always means that it's possible to wipe. Well, I guess it's always possible to wipe, so... Today we have Ship Surveyor and Sensor. Pretty decent setup. 2 infestation types on Medical B. Wow, you're really not helping, you know that? You are really not helping. Well, this could be fantastically bad. Especially if that infestation type turns out to be... I'm gonna go ahead and just for sake of prep, you know what? Because Kelly only has 80. Okay. Okay, what can I do here? Son of a bitch. Well, that's definitely a bad sign. Good news is, at least for the moment, I can go around. I hope, at least. Okay. I did close that door, yes. Also means that I can't just abandon... I can't just put everything onto to R3 and go to another airlock because I can't risk that. Although I do need to find another airlock to work for me quickly. I'm also going to have to take a few more risks. I was thinking Risto, actually specifically Marvin, regarding sounds. And you can hear right there's a hissing. That might be something to do with what this is on the floor, but as you move away... So there's something leaking here. It could just be an air hose. It's kind of nebulous that way. Well, that's nice. Very nice. Okay, so I know what I need to do now. Get whatever's in R14 out. I'm not assuming there's nothing in R14. There is something in R14. I am sure of it, because there's a drone in there that I want. You're taking your sweet time. Now I'm doing this because I kind of... Well, I wanted to use 3 as fodder. So I have a lure and toast. That's actually not terrible. And then... Actually, I mean, it depends a little bit. I'm expecting... I have to come across something... Oh, no, 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 no. Crap. I didn't consider that that module is available. So, still taking things one step at a time. I should have dropped a sensor in. I may not be able to get into that room anymore. It doesn't matter. There's swarming, or there's slime in there. I don't know what I'm thinking. It's kind of an obvious one, right? So, as suggested by Marvin, which has worked out pretty well for me so far, I'm going to drop a lure. I'm going to have a look. And it's clear. This is going to become a bit more complex of a juggling operation, I think. And not necessarily for the better. I still don't know what the infestation type is. The other infestation type, because there are 2. And now that I can work my way around... That humming is the sensor. There's some other machinery as well. It's all just general for effect. Okay. That means, oh no. If the generator's in R6, I can't get to it. I have no way of getting to it if it's in R6. If it's in R12, I can make that work, but... That's really bad, actually. Like... Good news is... No! That really limits my options. Like, phenomenally limits my options. Okay, I know what the enemy is, though. It has to be leapers. Because I don't hear swarm. Well, I know there's nothing in there. I don't know what I'm doing. You know what? I'm going to take a big risk here, because I saw last video that lure can be a pretty powerful effect. If I do this, I should be okay. If there are 2 generators in here... If there's a second generator, I can keep this going. At least I found the fuel. But no, that's gonna be it. I don't have pry. And there's no way for me to get into R2 now. There's no way for me to do that. That's not entirely true. At this point, I can sacrifice a large portion of the ship safely. I'm going to lose whatever's in R5 if it could be scanned, but... Here's what I'm going to do. This is a bad idea for a number of reasons, but this will actually clear out So R2 should be clear now. I'm actually going to kill out R4 as well, just because I don't like it. Okay. haven't been able to check that room either. I can still push something in a D5 if I need to. That's fine. Like I said, I know what the enemy is, so I can work with that. Unfortunately... No, I can get R7, okay. I don't know why I was thinking, what I thought I was doing. Yeah. Wait, no. Ah. I don't have to worry about the swarm. I am 100% certain it is not swarm. If I am wrong, then oh my god. Well, that's gonna cut it short quick. That's gonna do real bad things. I want to see if I can get R16. I want to hold on to this as long as I can. Looks like that might be it. Well, that's definitely it. Okay. That could have been bad. Nope, I'm done. I'm out. Just for sake of preservation, I'm gonna keep that. So. No! No! I didn't scan! I'm gonna have to try. I have to try. I have to try. Do I have time? Nope, I lost it. Oh, that sucks so bad. Oh, that hurts so bad. Actually, there is one thing I can do. One thing I can do that might work. It also might horribly fail, but it might work. Generator's been destroyed, so nothing I can do. So, I guess the moral of the story... Oh, door 16 got destroyed too, so literally nothing I could do. The moral of the story ultimately comes down to... Sometimes you can take extreme measures to solve a problem. I knew I needed to get into R6, and your outcome ultimately is one of two things, right? It could be... It could be utter failure if I had vented A2 and then exposed R15, exposed R9, exposed R5, and when I exposed R2, door 16 broke. Like it just did. If that had happened the first time, I hadn't lost anything. Because no matter how I cut it, I couldn't get to that generator. I couldn't do anything with it. So, my options are go with what I have, which is the bare minimum, ultimately, or get lucky and get more. And ultimately I didn't. Well, ultimately I did, because I got into R6 and I got 2 scrap. I hate that I forgot to check the terminal. And that is going to be the difference between the top spot and not, basically. Not to get too rhymey with it. But when it comes to the end of the day, if you have to vent part of the ship, your goal is survival. And getting materials on the ship is that. Because I could scan R2 and R5, well, I couldn't scan R5. Because I'd been able to scan R2, I knew that there were some things that I could get and some things that I couldn't. And I knew that I would lose whatever was in R5, but again, if I didn't get any further, I wasn't going to get it anyway. So try to bear that in mind whenever you're doing a run, is my suggestion. It's not always going to work. Just like the second time I vented the room, it destroyed D16, which does end my run. I can't go any further from A3, so that's it. But you know, you do the best you can overall, and I'm glad that I got to check the whole ship. I'm gonna be kicking myself for that terminal, even if no one else has ship scan on those terminals, but I guarantee they do. I'm gonna kick myself for that for a long time, or at least tonight. So, no damage. Very happy with that. Had to take a couple risks, but the other enemy I'm guarantee is leapers. R7 is infested, but not a huge problem. R7's a big room, and it wasn't anywhere that was in the way, so I took that risk, especially with how slowly it was growing in R6. I'm gonna kick myself for that terminal. I keep saying that because I am. But I checked most everything. I do really wish I'd been able to check further. Unfortunately, that's what happens with slime, is you've got a full room. You can't move it. You can't get rid of it if you don't have the tools. If I'd come across a mine or a trap in that drone instead of a tow, that would have been fantastic, because I could have blown R2. Kept everything in R5 and done the scan. Unfortunately, that's just how some things work. And at the end of the day, you have to take that chance. I've probably said that 2 or 3 times now, but if you don't take the chance to get a little bit further, especially when it doesn't risk anything, when there's no downside, you either keep what you have or get more. That's a no-brainer. And sometimes it takes some, I'm going to say, creative thinking. Venting a large portion of the ship. I vented 5 rooms, 6 rooms counting R4. So that's half the ship almost. There's 14 rooms on the ship, so that's half the ship almost. And if that's what it takes to get the rest of the ship, that's what it takes. Unfortunately, it destroyed the generator, it destroyed door 16, which means I have no more access. I also wish I'd opened door 18. That would have made that a lot better. It probably wouldn't have made a difference on the generator, but that's just random. So you could try it and get lucky, you could try it and not. Let's go ahead and get out of here. Have a score of 875, which I believe is going to be pretty good right now. Top of the list so far. I fully expect there to be another ship scan on one of those 2 terminals. If there's not, then I hope I'm going to be up there for a while. There's one room that I didn't check because it was filled with slime. And that was it, really. I keep forgetting to do the gather list. I've seen Marvin do that, and I want to start adding that to mine because it's a nice addition. For now, though, if you haven't played it, as always, good luck. If you have, do feel free and do please leave a comment. I do like hearing the other experiences. Marvin, I'll be checking yours out tomorrow, I believe. I usually do yours about middle of the day when I'm at work, and so I can't get to it till later. If you did enjoy the video, do please like. Regardless, I hope you enjoyed it.